Alright, so Exalt headquarter.
Our objective for this operation is simple.
One of the last missions, one of the last individual missions that is still outstanding.
Good luck.
Couple of words. So there are significant masses of pods here, 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 and here. And the tricky part is if you just rush in and trigger all of them, chances are high that you are finding yourself in a crossfire where you are constantly fighting against full cover. If you blow off this wall, things are even starting to turn out worse because you will start to trigger all of the pods that are behind here. So what I really like to do is twofold. Number one, these windows, in my opinion, are pretty underutilized. You could easily position around here and set up a nice flank, considering that you do not want to trigger all of them. But there is a necessary prerequisite. We need to check that there is no pod like literally behind here, because otherwise you cannot advance without being seen. Let's take it slow and steady. There is no need for a rush here. Instead, we want to get all of our units into position before we even started. Key to success in here, in my opinion, will be our ability to remove cover. That's going to be very, very interesting.
On my way. That's affirmative. Affirmative.
I'm shooting it.
I'm on it.
There are not going to be any drops. Ah, there's the first pack.
Here they come.
Attention. Unauthorized access detected. Security breach in progress. All personnel report to security stations.
Okay, so that was already the first pack which we triggered, which kind of indicates that we want to go for the right-hand side first, which is fine for me.
On the move.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Heading there now. On it.
Heading there now.
I think they are not going to use the window just by themselves. So what I'm going to do here is I'll take all of my units out of line of sight, so they don't even have a shot, even if they would want to have one.
Dead and gone.
Okay, that is interesting. He even hunkered down before the falling to the floor. Nice. If there's one person who is like super reliable, then it is this sniper.
I'm on it,
He
Commander.
constantly pulls off reaction shots.
On the move.
Okay, I'll keep one of the heavies here. And well, let's reconsider it. I could even... Nah. Let's just use the assault here, and we are going to move up the other guys.
I suppose I do owe you that much.
Commander.
They will probably remain here or move up to full cover, and that's about it.
Hear something.
That's just the next pot. Yeah. One guy moves up. Whoa. That sniper is doing some sick work. I think at the end of my flank there won't be anyone left to flank because the sniper has literally killed all of them already. Alright. Sneaky. I will counter that the next time by using my assault.
It looks like Exalt prefers form over function. Not what I'd call a winning strategy.
I suppose I do owe you that much.
Let's try to give her a couple of kills.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
have come here.
So she will be promoted faster. We don't want to trigger these guys as of now, so I suppose we just move back and stick alongside this wall and then clear out the other room. It's fine to open that door. See, there's the second pack that I was talking about, which is not triggered so far. Just out of curiosity, no, we can't hit him. But we could change positions. This field here is not triggering. So next round we can use his rocket in order to activate the pod. So that's fine. That is also fine. This guy here now needs to... No, that is not safe. This here is safe. Needs to take full cover. If I would have walked in front there would have been a realistic chance of triggering these guys.
Attention. Hostile forces have breached the facility. Repeat. Hostile forces have breached the facility. Enact security protocol.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
That's their little SWAT team, which is going to approach us. I think they just moved, and I'm pretty sure they moved to here. Which is unfortunate, because I really would have liked to use the rocket in order to give them a proper greeting. Let's trigger them nevertheless.
Target acquired.
Okay, so that's one pack. Not going to trigger a second one. I'll just stay with the first one for now. There is one guy with a single move, he could flank her, so this position is no longer safe. Up here there are two other guys, so I'm also not going to stay there. She can just start to fall back. A very defensive move. I could also put her here into full cover to pick him off with a reaction shot. Maybe I'll just do this because having her here, it's no benefit. No one just about now needs healing. She has quite a good movement range, so I'll do that at the end of the turn. Let's first and foremost try to kill the heavy guy here. And guess who's doing the work again? It is Major Claymore. This guy is an elite sniper. Can't deny it. So one of the guys is standing here, the other one dropped down here. The guy here could move up if I'll open this this wall. There might be no telling what's behind it. So I'm a little bit hesitant to do so,
Moving out.
and instead take the safer route. I could take it because the pack is just over here. There's a very limited chance of us triggering them.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's get our front line up.
Will do.
I really like the assault here to be able to run and gun, and the other two guys just need to overwatch.
Aye, aye. Roger that. Scanning.
So Annette, we wanted to bring her into a safe location.
I'll shoot anything that moves.
That was a rather weak move. Only one guy there. So he has a promotion already. This guy is also quite good. I normally would need to get him a promotion now. These guys went up here, so if they would have double moved, they would be up here. They would be up here, or respectively here, which will still take them one more turn in order to do something. Let's try to remove some cover as well. So that is a cover removal, and that's a hit. Good.
See you in hell.
I'm on it.
I'm on my way. Scanning.
Roger that. Scanning. I've got my eyes on.
There's still a pack around here, and there are 3 triggered units.
Warning. Hostile forces have not been contained. Repeat. Hostile forces are still active within the facility. Enact security protocol. Omega.
Good. So there's one guy behind here who obviously moved up, and the sniper we already killed. So I think we can start to proceed further and clear the rest of the complex.
I'm on the move.
Let's trigger the next pack. Nothing. Interesting.
Okay.
I'm not going to go here. But I do have an idea, and I think if we could utilize the high ground, that could be to our advantage, but I'm not sure about the aiming angles from up here. So let's just take the sniper into the building the classical way.
Headed there now.
So this guy is on Overwatch. He just took half cover,
Kill confirmed.
which was probably a mistake. That was 1 out of 3. There are 2 other guys still on the roam.
Already there. Headed there now.
Here, the sniper could theoretically shoot into both directions. Like, if I'll get her here, there's still the option for getting the flank here, and I really don't want that to happen. So I'm abandoning this side for a second, and instead I'll just take just let her meet up with the team. Also, having the ghost grenade near the team is
I've got my eyes on.
worthwhile security.
On Overwatch.
See, there's the guy on the roof, which would or could have flanked us.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
There's another pack, and there's a guy behind the door. Interesting. So let's take our sniper, take this guy out. Somehow our sniper has the habit to completely and utterly destroy all of the walls. Like, that was unnecessary. If I would move here, that would trigger the pack. If I would move here, that would trigger the pack as well. And I already know that the guy is standing right here. That is not the best position to be in, but we could take a flank on him, oops, on the other side, with this guy.
On the move. They're trying to pull back.
Such a nice weapon, but such a low aim. He's in full cover though in his defense. So there is no pack out here, I know that much. If I could move him at least into a decent spot, like even if this is half cover, this could be it. Then I could simply remove all of this cover, and we could fight along the new broader area. And I think I'm going to do it.
Copy that.
I still have a smoke grenade, so I'm not afraid of removing the cover. Good. Now our rookie should have. Oh, so how is this possible? He should have a better vision, and instead he has no vision whatsoever. Okay, no comment. I'll just accept it.
Dead and gone. Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, so that is okay. That is also fine. Could move her here, and I think that wouldn't trigger, but there's no need to do so.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Critical system alert. Internal circuitry failing. Fire suppression system disabled. Command center operations compromised.
Indeed, they are compromised, and guys, believe you are going to encounter a world of pain if I'm done with you. So there's another pack down here. Ooh, that is so tasty. We could just trigger all of them. That would be 18 damage, and all of the cover would be removed. Let's do this.
Rockets away. I've got a visual.
All three of them move up, okay. Two of them moved into the corner. could move up here and just be in full cover, or that's the other alternative, which I do even prefer. I mean, what are the odds of us using the smoke grenade at any later moment in time? Can just let them come. And this rookie could get 2 kills if he's lucky. But it seems to be just not his day today. Oh, here we go. So these guys just went here. Let's have a follow-up rocket. That should be his promotion. But apparently Exalt agents are not worth as much as an alien. At least it didn't say that he was promoted. This is the last guy from the original drop pod. I suppose he's still on the rooftop. That was the third one of the pack that we triggered. And this is the rooftop. Why would you ever leave your high ground and the cover in order to full retard mode run into the open and get a couple of shots?
Hostiles pacified.
I do not understand it.
On my way.
Heading out. On it. Good to go.
You just move up and reload for most of these guys. I'm now exactly taking the spots that I earlier mentioned, which could be valuable.
Got it covered. Back in.
Scanning.
Locked and loaded. Moving to Overwatch.
I'll just move up all of the guys and then pressure the rest of the map. There will be one more pod here if I'm right, or behind here, but not more than one pick. Pretty sure that was it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going.
Got it.
We could even, since we haven't triggered anything, everyone that we have every pod that we have that we originally triggered is now dead. We could even move into the open and stay on Overwatch. Yeah, the last one is here. Okay. That's the disadvantage of removing all of the cover. You find yourself in a situation where you also do not have any more cover. Let's get him here. Let's do one more round of reloads and move up just towards this line.
I'm rolling.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I'm watching.
Aye, aye.
Okay, so here we go. Let's trigger the last pack.
They seem to have acquired a vast array of technology on par with our own.
I tend to disagree, kind sir. It is definitely not on par with our own, such as their strategy, which is also not on par with our own. Instead, these nice gentlemen tend to do rather stupid moves. Good. So let's eliminate the heavy. And maybe we can get our newbies a couple more kills. He could go for a 90% shot, fine with me. Whoa, Shredder Rocket and a crit. That is a sick combination. Annette, I think, yep, she already got promoted. And let's not sweat. The last one eats a grenade. That is it. Exalt headquarters gone.
Local affiliates at WFXS indicate that a minor electrical fire was reported near the upper floors of a large office building downtown. Sources indicate that first responders were on the scene within minutes. So far, there have been no reported injuries. In light of the recent events taking place around the globe, it's certainly reassuring to know that our emergency services personnel are still putting their lives at risk to deal with these situations as they arise.
I'll give Exalt some credit. They managed to...
Not a scratch on anyone. The troops are better than I thought.
Okay, so with all of the cover removal... Oh wow, this guy has 128 aim. Now I do understand why Claymore is hitting everything. I'm so tempted to go in the zone with him. Maybe I'll do it. Double tap is also nice though, because it's that is if I'm not going mimetic skin with him, double tap would be the better option. Double tap is always a decent option. In the zone is also good, don't get me wrong, but I think I'll go with double tap this time. So here we go, suppression fire or revive. Since she's going to be the only support in the last mission, she will definitely take the revive ability. She received no psychic level up. That is unfortunate.
Commander, with Exalt's headquarters destroyed and the remaining forces in hiding, we shouldn't have any further need for our covert operations section. I think it's time we refocused our efforts on the aliens themselves.
True that. So, these guys also had 150 credits worth of equipment. And I think that concludes our 5th month. Let's do the council report. Here we go. Barack Obama, thanks for raising the question. That means there won't be any more Exalt. We just wiped the floor with them. They are dead and out of the campaign.
Beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
They are out of the campaign. There are a couple of scripted events during the campaign. Literally like 3 different storylines which are happening. Storyline number 1 is the Exalt campaign, which we just finished. It starts in month 3, and we just finished it 1 month after it really started, like in month 5. So it starts end of month 3, and it took us 1.5 months to do it. So that's kind of storyline number 1. Storyline number 2 are the Prodigy missions. It starts with council mission. Then the second one is the Deluge mission, which we did yesterday with Annette. And there will be a third one, which is still outstanding. where we get 3 more psychically active characters, which I'm very much looking forward to get some more classes that have psi abilities to train up our final SWAT. And the third one is the Friends in Low Places DLC, which we already did. So with it you get in the first mission this nice gentleman here, Shangzhou Song. He is in Impossible one of the most interesting characters because he starts with 9 hit points. In the lower difficulty levels, every heavy has 9 hit points, but in the higher difficulties they go down to 3 to 4 at the beginning. So having this immense hit point pool early in the game really promotes him to be a tank, and he has also quite nice stats, as you can see, like over 100 willpower. So he's really good. Unfortunately, he turned out to be non-psi active, so we can't deal with it. And to finish the story, after Friends in Low Places, the whole third plot ties around wrecking up a train and boarding on top of a battleship of the aliens and killing that battleship. No, taking it over rather, killing everyone on the battleship, which we have done as well. You get shitloads of material for doing it. So basically, two out of the 3 optional campaigns, if you so desire, are finished. Also, there is one single mission which is called Newfoundland, which is a pure chrysalid mission. That is also done. You can find it as an earlier mission that I also streamed. So there's only like one more fixed mission, which will give us 3 psi-active soldiers. Good. So with this done, let's shortly update our description because we are now in month number 6. Short summary, we are still at 0 countries lost, and I think that will remain as such. We furthermore managed to do 0 casualties so far.
Appreciate your efforts to support the research.
And we will dedicate this month in order to finally set up our team, which should then approach the final mission. We ordered a couple of soldiers, and we will train up probably during this month 1 more bunch of rookies. So let's wait 2 more days until the new soldiers arrive. Or not. Maybe let's take a UFO mission. Okay, before we go into the UFO mission, let's shortly talk about panic and how it works. In Impossible, you are starting with 2 out of 6 panic in each of the countries. Usually you start with 1, but 2 out of 5, of course. You start with 2 minimum panic. Here's the thing: each of the abduction missions that happens will add 3 panic to the respective country and 1 more panic to each other country in the same continent. In a sense, you want to take your missions also based on how the other countries are looking like. So, for instance, if you have Argentina already on maximum panic and there is an abduction mission in Brazil happening, and you plan on letting Argentina go, and you do not want to get the bonus anyways. Let's just abandon the whole continent and take another mission. So A, the missions are reducing elements. B, in the early game, the only way to reduce it is by building Mars satellites. Now, the disadvantage of doing so is that you can only spend your money on satellites. There is literally just enough money. If you sell everything and be successful in every mission, there's just enough money to build enough satellites to keep everyone more or less with you. They will be unhappy, but they will be more or less with you. You can watch it, my first month stream. I even uploaded a video there, how to do the first month without losing any of the countries. Good. Once you are in month 2 or 3 and you successively build up your satellite base, you will see that also your income rapidly increases. If you look at our finances, we are currently having a gross monthly income of 2,000 credits, which means at the moment we are free to buy whatever we desire, and there is really not so much that hinders us. So in other words, the longer the campaign progresses, the more flexibility for investments into troops usually is available. And if you keep up the satellites and be successful at every mission consecutively, you will also be able to hold all of the countries with you. But let's be realistic. If you do a normal, an impossible run, just like for the first time, it is not uncommon to end up with anywhere between 3 and 7 countries that leave your the XCOM. You can still win though. Good. I earlier mentioned that I'm going to build more firestorms, and that's what we are doing before going into the mission. Good. So that's purely cosmetical because I use these items a little bit more often. So I just want to have a stock of them. That's all. You do not need to do this by any means. We are also quite okay on our armor. Just let's just get 1 Archangel armor and 1 more Titan armor, because I think I'll equip the sniper in the final mission with an Archangel armor. So, an abductor is a large UFO, which will probably have a couple of aliens on it. Oh, one more thing. We do have enough chrysalid corpses, so why not use them? I always like chitin plating. It's one of my favorite items. It's expensive, but it is worthwhile. And another ghost grenade. This has done so immensely much for us in the mission so far. The ghost grenade's really nice. Good. We still have O'Neill as a squatty, which I do not like. I really want to level him up. We do have, however, this guy and this guy and this guy as high level units. So I trust on his 1 rocket and the removal potential of my mech to do enough during this mission. So we do have 1 more option for someone to take him on the team. Maybe we take another assault because this guy will be a colonel soon as well. Or we take the other sniper, which is even a better idea, I suppose. Yeah, we could take the sniper. The assault is already on the mission. Let's take the sniper. She's already nearly fully equipped. That's okay. And because we will have open ground and I also want to use it, we will use the Archangel armor for the first time. I really like it. So that's okay, we are damage-wise okay. These guys... the only thing where we are falling short, there could be... that's a problem. There could be mechanical units, and I do not have heat ammunition on him. But you know what? I know how I could change that. We'll just go with 2 ghost grenades, so in case it's problematic, we can just take another turn. Okay, that should be fine.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.